The ticket is set. Mitt Romney and Paul Ryan will battle President Obama and Vice President Joe Biden in November's election. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm Eric Franke. After months of fending off questions, U.S. Representative Paul Ryan officially teamed up with Romney's campaign this morning.
And he and I share one commitment. We will restore the greatness of this country.
We've got team coverage tonight with Danica Lewis back from Ryan's hometown of Janesville, Theo Keith with a look back on his career. But first, we start with political reporter Jessica Arp. Team coverage continues with a glimpse at how Paul Ryan began his political career. He took the idea of a limited government to Congress 14 years ago. Some of his friends say the country wasn't ready for them quite yet, but it is now. News 3's Theo Keith has more on Ryan's rise through the political ranks. Theo?
Eric, Ryan has spent his adult career in Washington politics. He was a congressional staffer in the 90s, and then he ran himself. But journalists who have covered him and his political friends say he hasn't changed.
Nice to meet you.
Glad you won.
Thank you very much.
This was Paul Ryan in 1998, shaking hands and looking for votes.
I want to talk to people one-on-one so they know what I believe in.
10 years later, he had risen to chairman of the House Budget Committee. His policies were on display for praise and criticism.
I feel like my job is to try and offer a solution.
By 2011, he had become a party leader.
Our nation is approaching a tipping point.
Ryan gave the Republican response to the president's State of the Union address.
We're at a moment where if government's growth is left unchecked and unchallenged, America's best century will be considered our past century.
But those who know him best say he hasn't changed to woo the party. The party has come to him. Republican Mark Green of Green Bay was a freshman congressman with Ryan in 1999.
He knows his way around Washington, obviously. That's how you become the chairman of the Budget Committee. But he's always been, that kid from Janesville.
In Janesville, the choice of the hometown kid is in black and white. Scott Angus is the editor of the Janesville Gazette.
I think he knew what he wanted. I think he knows what he believes government should be. And I think he has pursued that from day one with an aggressiveness that is hard to mistake.
Governor Mitt Romney, hopefully the next president of the United States of America.
Ryan has most recently been traveling Wisconsin campaigning for Mitt Romney, but he has never answered the vice president question.
I haven't given thought to that one either.
It's someone else's decision months away from now, so I really don't see the point of getting into thinking this through.
He can answer that question now.
And Ryan will be running for an 8th term in the 2nd Congressional District. At the same time, he and Romney are trying to win the White House. Wisconsin law allows a candidate to run for 2 seats at once, only if one of them is the presidency or vice presidency. If Ryan wins both races, he would void his congressional seat. A special election would then be held to replace him.